walks in. Pony Up. The last of them loaded. Red light going on. Off and racing. LUANA Miss began okay. Girls on Fire and Baby Pearl has got early speed. Country God pushing through, holding a spot. Then came on the inside, knocking on Heaven's Door. And Bannett, who had to ease between horses there, just lost ground. Over on the outside, Sound of Speed a bit wide as Pony Up kicks through in the centre. And settling down a clear last is Maurice's Princess. At the 600 mark, it's Baby Pearl who leads the way. 3/4 clear from the favourite LUANA Miss, and Girls on Fire forced to cover a bit of extra ground. Down on the inside next of all is Knock on Heaven's Door in 4th spot from Country God. Sound of Speed trailing 3 deep. Bannett near the rail looking for the shortest way home. Then Maurice's Princess and Pony Up as LUANA Miss ranges up down to the 200. LUANA Miss on the outside of Baby Pearl. They've kicked away. LUANA Miss going a bit better though than Baby Pearl, and LUANA Miss is extending. She's pulling away from Baby Pearl. Sound of Speed, Girls on Fire fighting out third, but too good for them. LUANA Miss beat Baby Pearl. Bob of the Head's third. Girls on Fire or Sound of Speed, then Bannett behind them, followed then by Pony Up, who'd picked up a little bit of late ground. In behind those to Country God. Knock on Heaven's Door, the stablemate next in, and back with those Maurice's Princess. 7 the winner, LUANA Miss, ridden by Sean O'Donnell for trainer Trevor Andrews. 7-1, the photo for third goes to 6 Girls on Fire in front of Sound of Speed. 7-1, 6 and 5, the interim details in 59.44. But a sharp debut here by this Bivouac filly from Little Bit Dusty, trained by Trevor Andrews, ridden by Sean O'Donnell. Jumped cleanly. She parked right over the tempo, and she and Baby Pearl knuckling down. LUANA Miss a little too good for Colin Webster's Rommel 2-year-old, and back there third, Girls on Fire. 34.24, the concluding 600. It's a length and 3/4 and 2 lengths the margins. The numbers are 7, 1, 6 and 5. LUANA Miss is raced by Trevor Andrews, the Bolt Racing Group, Ryan Fuller, the Go With The Flow Group, D. Andrews, Dave Houston, M. Dixon, Pete Wildermoth, Darling View. Some big names involved in the ownership of this particular filly. C. Valenti, Brad Willison, Buck Rogers, Alan Bansimer, also JPS Thoroughbreds, M. Parfitt, B. Horan, R. Anderson and Gary Dickey as well. And S. O'Donnell rounded it out for the Trevor Andrews stable. Trialled up well, and she's brought that to the racetrack here on day one. Baby Pearl is second home by Rommel from Pearl of the Plain for the Bowen family, along with the Madames McDowell and Stevenson, Terry Lynch, Stager, and trained by Cole Webster, Troy Turner there aboard. Girls on Fire is a better than ready filly from Amelia's on Fire, and it's an all-ladies syndicate there with the Michael Lane yard, ridden by Lucy Fiore. So Country God dropped out, so did the stablemate Knock on Heaven's Door. What else have we got there that has run an encouraging race? I think Bannett finished off okay. Pony Up not that bad late. Maurice's Princess, she just gave a little bit of ground late in the race. The fourth event today is the Own the Dream 2025 registrations open plate. It's over the 1200 metres, the next event, featuring the very, very much pronounced favourite in Supernatural. They'll go at 2.24. We'll go downstairs now, catching up here with Lockie and also maybe winning trainer. Where's Trevor Andrews down there amongst them all? Here he comes, making his way down now into the enclosure after saddling up the winner on debut, LUANA Miss.
Thanks, Darren. Trev, really stylish debut. The market came for her late. What were your honest expectations of this filly coming into today?
She shows really good ability at home. Trials have been super. Been a while since she trialled, but her work on the track's just been, you know, for a juvenile, been pretty special. So we were pretty confident. I was a bit nervous pre-race. She was on her toes and reluctant to go out onto the track and misbehaved a bit. But she sort of, she runs a bit hot, but she's got a motor.
What did you make of those pre-race antics? Has she shown you tendencies to do similar things behind the scenes, or do you feel like that debut performance here this afternoon will really bring her on in terms of this experience?
She's always been a filly that's on edge. my wife Joanne does all the work on her, and you know, you sort of got to be pretty careful with what you do with her. But she's got a really good turn of foot, really good ability. She's out of a mare called A Little Bit Ditzy, so maybe I should have read into that when I bought her. But she's a really nice filly with a lot of upside, so pulls up well, we'll probably go to the Magic Millions.
I know there won't be too many bivouacs going around here in WA at the moment, but I did note that Kieran Maher really brought up and followed the stallion throughout the week at the Gold Coast Magic Millions. Sal, what have you made of the size start to his early start as a stallion?
They're obviously only two, but what they've showed so far, they're going to be pretty good. He was a very good horse himself, so he's plenty of upside with him.
The stablemate, I thought he ran a nice race into fourth.
He did, yeah. He was a bit wide early, chimed in at the right time, probably just peaked on it a little bit, but I think he's got a nice future, possibly over a bit more ground as well.
Really stylish debut, well done.
Thank you.
There's Trevor Andrews after the win of LUANA Miss, a $110,000 yearling, and that looks like a cheap purchase now. And here's Sean O'Donnell catching up with Scotty.
Certainly does. They're going to be very popular, the stock, and Sean O'Donnell's going to be a very popular man with all of these connections. Sean, I suppose one thing, first and foremost, you'd be happy that that mounting yard and prelim's over.
Oh, mate, I thought it might be a bit of a disaster, but the poor girl, she just got a bit lost, and that's her go-to, back up and half rear. Thank God for those fences, new fences that bounced off. I just bailed out, but to be fair, afterwards, once she got out there, she was perfect. We're in the gates for ages. Obviously, the baby's getting in there, but she behaved herself pretty good after that.
Jagsy's horse must have some speed if he was able to cross you that easy.
Yeah, I was in two minds, but it was that 3/4 in front. I just yelled to him. I said, "You can keep going, mate." And I'd rather I had a good sit on that horse. And credit to my horse, a little bit green, but when she hit the front, she still went forward instead of darting left and right like she did in her trial. But great job. She hasn't been easy, this horse. Joe Andrews done a fantastic job on her. I jump on now and then, but it's more Joe's ride to get her around and everything. So she's exciting.
Two-year-old racing is exciting, but it's also even more so when you can sit here and say with confidence that won't be the last win.
No, we have liked her for a while, but as you know, mate, they've got to come to the track and do it. They can work the joint down every time. We've all been there and they've run nowhere. But, yeah, credit to the team. Love their support. I'm very happy to be a part of it, and love to the wife, of course.
Congratulations, well done.
Thanks, buddy.
There's Sean O'Donnell combining with Trevor Andrews and a really stylish filly, LUANA Miss, on debut, taking out the Magic Millions plate. On the other side of the break, we'll be back for the second at Albany.